Hola, les habla Lorena de Passport to Fluency y hoy queremos hablar un poco de la manera de mejorar nuestro español sin necesariamente tener que salir de casa. Para eso vamos a usar nuestros mejores amigos, los libros. Hi, I'm Lorena from Passport to Fluency and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about a great way to improve our language skills, specifically in Spanish for now, later in other languages, without having to leave our homes. Our books are going to be our best allies in that regard. So today I thought we'd talk a little bit about using children's books, libros para niños, to improve our language skills. The nice thing about children's books is un vocabulario muy fácil, no es necesariamente muy difícil de tener que buscar palabras. But the nice thing also about children's books is that right now you can enjoy having children around you and share in the common bond of learning a new language together. So the other thing about it is very often children's stories, fairy tales are written in the past tense. So for those of us who struggle with pretérito and imperfecto in Spanish, this is a great way to tackle that task while having fun and getting some practice at the same time. So I'm going to start by showing you a classic children's fairy tale book. It's called Había una vez. Believe it or not, this is the book that I used as a child to learn to read in my first language, el español es mi primer idioma. Así que para aquellos de ustedes que les gustan los cuentos de hadas, Había una vez es una elección perfecta. Fíjense en el título, Había una vez, Once Upon a Time. Quiere decir que usamos el imperfecto para describir el pasado en esta situación. And you'll notice in the book, there will be times where we use imperfecto, there will be times when we use pretérito. It's a really great way to start to understand when to use which one. That distinction happens in Spanish, doesn't happen in English. So, comenzamos con este libro o con cualquier otro libro de cuentos infantiles. Cuentos para dormir. Este libro me encanta porque tiene muchas maneras de no solo leerse, pero también de experimentarse. So nothing like a good pop-up book to get our children interested, and to be honest with you, to get the child in me interested too. A great shout out, if you're wondering where to get some of these books, there's always our stores that we always go to, Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but this one I got at our local gem, Half Price Books. So a shout out to my folks at Half Price Books. Muchas gracias por ayudarme a practicar mi español. One classic, not originally written in Spanish, but a classic that was written in French that has been translated into many languages is a children's book known as The Little Prince. En español, El Principito. En inglés, The Little Prince, escrito por Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, que hablaba francés. Así que tenemos Le Petit Prince, Il Piccolo Principe, for those of you who speak Italian, Der Kleine Prinz, auf Deutsch, for those of you who want to learn German, U Pequeno Principe, for those of us who would like to practice our Portuguese. I mentioned this book because it is published in numerous languages. The nice thing about that is we have a chance to use the English version and the version in Spanish, for example. They're identical to each other. Use them side by side, and now you have a way of learning vocabulary and learning grammar without having to struggle by looking things up in a dictionary and coming back to the story. That can be a distraction for you, that can be a distraction for your children. Este es un método súper fácil para comenzar a entender vocabulario, pero también para comenzar a extender las estructuras del idioma. And so, those of us who are friends of Passport to Fluency that don't necessarily speak Spanish now have some resources to start learning Spanish. But for those of you who are interested in learning Italian, anything by Italo Calvino will work. For those of you who are interested in learning German, anything by Janos. This happens to be a favorite. O Visiones Panama, because I'm from Panama. And for those of you who really want to learn French, there's also the option of looking at comic books, Astérix le Gaulois, which, by the way, is also published in a million languages. So comic books are also a great way to get your children involved in your Spanish skills development. So, si tienen preguntas, por favor, escríbanos. Leave us a message, leave us un comentario, and tell us about a book that you've used to help develop your language skills, be it in Spanish or in any other language, but make sure it's a children's book. Muchas gracias. Hasta la próxima.